Hi everyone, welcome. Today we'll be exploring St. George, Utah, and also comparing it with the famous city of Cappadocia in Turkey. You might be wondering how these two places are connected, and that's what we'll get into today. If you're not familiar with Cappadocia, these structures are said to have been carved out by simple nomadic people. Many of us into this kind of research don't believe that story and think they could actually be melted structures. When you realize that these cities also extend many levels underground, it makes you wonder if there was a high heat event that caused all of this to melt. I think we are looking at something similar here in St. George. The more I look around, the more convinced I become that things are melted. One explanation given for the black marks on the rocks is desert varnish, which requires hundreds or thousands of years to build up. But it looks to me like it could be the result of one high heat event. I also see what looks to me like bubbling everywhere, and I don't know what the conventional explanation would be for that. I also find petrified wood all the time and these little tunnels in rocks that look like they could have been pipes. I just want to put this out there as a possibility. I'm not saying that I know, but 1816 was known as the year without a summer. It sounds like there was ash everywhere worldwide, affecting temperatures, and many couldn't even grow crops. It is attributed to a volcano, but I'm often skeptical of the historical narrative and can't help but wonder if this was a reset event. We often talk about inherited buildings in this research, but what if the desert of the American Southwest is the result of a massive event and the buildings that remain in this area are just the ones that survived it? Getting into a slightly different topic, St. George is known for its dinosaurs. It makes me wonder about the historical figure of St. George the Dragon Slayer. I feel that sometimes there are little bits of truth given in plain sight. Here's one discovery from the area. Could these be the petrified remains of a dragon from not so long ago? Here's a few more shots before we wrap it up. There's a couple owls camouflaged in the rocks, and a picture of Martha, and a cooked out rock I found on my hike today. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it and have an awesome day.